In a time when we really want to connect with each other, as we wake up as a society, as the holidays are coming just around the corner, as we are in the season of romantic gestures, we are told that connection is key. And we know that as a species, as humans, that we thirst for connection, that our purpose is to connect with one another. And yet, I think that we spend a lot of time confusing connection with attachment. Connection and attachment are two very different things. When we connect, we're in the present moment. Connection is something that transcends time and space. Connection is the recognition that we are the same, that we share consciousness, and that we reflect one another. Connection is love. Connection is now. Connection is something that is really and truly unconditional and cannot be influenced by anything outside of us. Attachment, which we often think of as connection, is conditional. When we attach to a person or an experience, we are holding on to it. We are putting expectations around it. There's no such thing as attachment without expectation. And by that, what I mean is that when I attach to you, I am attaching to an idea with parameters around your behavior, around what I expect you to do. I'm attaching to an idea of a relationship which in and of itself exists on the time-space continuum. I have an expectation around what it will look like, how long it will last, and when that expectation is not met because change is constant and time continues to change and grow, and space is something that's always relative. We're moving into and out of each other's space. So when all of these circumstances come to play, that attachment is tested, and I have to make a new choice about, will I reattach to the current situation? Will I remain attached to what it was? Or am I attached to what I think or hope or expect it will become? And that's very different than just being connected. Connection has nothing to do with expectation. In yoga, in mindfulness, in transformation, we focus on transforming, on the path of transforming. And we talk a lot about the ego and what that means. And we talk a lot about killing the ego, which I do not think is a thing that can or should happen. I think rather finding a way to connect with the ego without becoming attached to it, without becoming attached to the idea of I must destroy my personality, I must destroy the me that I present to the world. Why not instead become connected to it and have a constant state of flow? Connection is an openness, a receptivity, a willingness to allow for ebb and flow. Speaking of flow, when we're on the mat, I often point out that balance is not rigidity. Balance is not stillness. Rather, when we're balancing, we're constantly adjusting. We're moving a little bit. We're making micro movements and sending our breath and our focus outward without becoming attached to it, without becoming rigid. So the same is true of our relationships. When we bind balance, when we connect, there's no rigidity, there's no attachment. We are simply open and adjusting and receiving. And that is truly the act of being present. Wouldn't that be a great gift, a great experience to have this time of year? Connection without attachment. Thank you for listening today.